What's going on, guys? It's Ben here and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are to Villa Park once more. I missed the Norwich game. I'm back for the Liverpool game today. We're playing against the potential European champions. They're in the Champions League final as of last week or 2 weeks ago, I can't remember. And it'll be a tough game today, but I don't think we'll get battered. I'm quite quietly confident that we can maybe nick a result here. I'm going to go 1-0 to Liverpool, but I would not be sort of incredibly surprised if we didn't just maybe nick a draw, maybe 1-1, maybe 2-2, something like that, I don't know. But yeah, let's get straight over to Villa Park. Hopefully we smash them, the usual. Yeah, anyway, let's get straight over to Villa Park.
Aston Villa Vs Liverpool. What a fucking start. 3 minutes into the game. 1-0 up, Dougie Luiz. It's gone mental. The atmosphere's been amazing. Digne with a cross. Seen it back. They're calling for a foul. I don't think they're going to get it. We just kicked off. We have. It's 1-0 to the Villa. What a start. 4 minutes on the clock. Dougie Luiz. Go on. How the fuck has that happened? How the fuck has that happened? No idea how. It's 1-1 already. It's been like 7 minutes. They swung a free kick and we didn't clear it and they got turned over by, I think, Matty. No idea how, but it's been a really good game so far. Phil? Nah, we've lost it. I don't know, but it's 1-1 either way. It's just a set piece, a score for it, I don't know. Hectic start to the game though, getting played at 100 miles an hour. There's more goals in this game. Oh, standing up. Yes. Bold. Shoot! What on the camera? Why is Mings like a shot? Oh, that'll do, Guinea. There is half time, 1-1. To be honest, it's been a really good performance from us so far. I mean, we've been aggressive, we've pressed pretty well. Maybe could have had a couple of goals to Ings and Mings, but overall I'm happy with 1-1. Liverpool ain't been all that, to be honest. They've had 1 or 2 half chances, but nothing more than that. We're excited for the second half, and there's got to be more goals in it. 1-1. Just not quite working for us. About 8 minutes to play and we've just gone flat. Liverpool are working hard on us at the moment. We've probably tired ourselves out a little bit. The loss in Akamba's not helped. Obviously they've got a goal for 2-1 through Mane. It just seems that we gave so much in the first 60 and now they've just sort of took control after that goal. Seems like it's petering out to a loss. Bertie's come on, Watkins has come off, Wendy's come on. Maybe we can create something, but it seems more likely this one ends as it is at 2-1 Liverpool. About 8 to play. And they've nearly just scored again, one effort. 82 minutes on the clock, Villa 1, Liverpool 2. Come on.
And we are back after another exciting out at Villa Park. So let's get straight into it. very hit and miss, I think, is my sort of overwhelming feeling, because I think the performance was not hit and miss. The performance was very, very good, but I just think the referee, potentially even the changes that we made, I just don't think helped us particularly. Look, you'd be a fool to expect to just batter Liverpool. You know, it's not going to happen. We did it last season. That was a fluke. Anyone will admit that, but it's funny to laugh about. Whereas I think today was a lot more disciplined from us rather than, you know, adventurous like that 7-2. And it almost paid off. Obviously, Dougie Luiz gets an early goal. But then the equaliser sums up Villa really from what I've been able to watch in my entire life, because we started off so aggressively and then we imploded a minute after we scored. It was an error from Tyrone Mings, and it's another howler from him, and it's another time that he's cost us a point. He's just... I always want to be behind my captain, you know, and there's been times where I made myself look like quite an egg, because I'll be fighting Mings' corner to, you know, people I know and things like that, saying, no, Mings is a quality player, Mings does this, Mings does that. But then every week he makes himself look like a clown on the pitch, and it makes him harder and harder to back, you know, and I don't want to turn against my captain, but today he's cost us a point again with a mistake. Emmy, I think his distribution weren't great, and I think there's maybe a case that he could do better on the first goal, but you can't do anything about that second goal. And Conce's distribution wasn't good from the back. So I think defensively, they all made at least a mistake at some point, and unfortunately for Mings, no one was able to cover for his, but when Conce or Digne or Cash made a mistake, someone else covered for it. The middle of the park I thought was absolutely excellent. You know, that's where we sort of found joy in the game. John McGinn was fantastic again. He was everywhere. His style of play, obviously John Moss didn't like. He wanted the game to be non-contact, and so he was penalised a couple of times for things that just weren't fouls. Dougie Luiz, when played in the 8, is fantastic, but then when he was dropped into the 6, when the camera came off, which I'll get onto in a second, it really exposed his weakness. But Douglas Luiz is a sort of box-to-box centre midfielder alongside John McGinn. I thought he was excellent. And obviously having Marvellous Nakamba back and, you know, winning the ball and playing it off and whatever, it's something that we missed. You know, when we lost 5 games in a row in that run, Nakamba didn't play a minute because of his injury, and I think he was probably a reason as to why we did lose so many games, because Nakamba creates the balance in the midfield three. You know, we've got Guinea and Luis, or either Guinea and Ramsey, who are very aggressive-minded. They want to get forward, they want to score goals, they want to create chances, and then you'd have Douglas Luiz in the middle, who just... he's got the same mindset. You know, he's got that natural Brazilian swagger where he wants to waltz in and out of defenders and put it in the top corner, but he doesn't have the technical ability to do that consistently. So when he does try it and it doesn't pay off, he gets caught out of position. But in the 8, it isn't sort of as detrimental to the team because Marvellous Nakamba's able to fit in. So he creates that balance in that, okay, those two can push up because Nakamba will always sit back. Whereas previously maybe we'd have all 3 pushing up and no one back, and then we get hit on the counter-attack. So I like Nakamba. I think Gerrard was wrong to take him off as well, or at least I think the way he took him off was wrong. Maybe Nakamba's maybe not match fit, so starting him was maybe a bold move from Gerrard, but to take him off the way he did, I don't know. I feel like kind of Chukwuemeka's a very good player. I don't think he should have come on for Nakamba though, because they're 2 very different players, right? Moving Douglas Luiz into the 6 was the wrong move. For me, I think Chambers should have come on in CDM over Nakamba. And then later on, maybe 5-10 minutes later, then Carney Chukwuemeka should have come in over Douglas Luiz rather than Carney coming in straight in for Nakamba, because I think we lost the midfield balance. And yes, Carney was very involved in the attacking process, but he didn't help us win the ball back, which meant that we couldn't create as many chances, which in a weird way meant Nakamba was more helpful in creating chances because he was able to give us the ball more. So I don't know, I think Steve I think he rushed that substitute. I understand it's a roll of the dice. He wants to get a goal, he wants to get a point. But I think he maybe rushed that a little bit, and if he'd have thought it out a little bit more, maybe he would have given himself some more of a shot in the long run. And then the attack. I don't know what it is about Watkins. I'm not sure on them. I want to be sure on them. I think Ollie Watkins was really, really good today. You know, he ran really well. He pressed. He was really unlucky not to get a goal just off his hard work, pressing Alisson and winning the ball back. Ings, the talent's there. No one could deny that Danny Ings is not a natural goal scorer. But today he missed chances. And against Tottenham he missed chances. And against Watford when we lost 1-0 he missed chances. If he was wearing a Southampton shirt, I think he buries some of the chances he scored today. Which, I don't know what that means. But it's frustrating from a Villa perspective because, you know, he got played through one-on-one against Alisson twice and missed both of them. And a player of his quality should be scoring at least 1 out of 2 when one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And the only one he did, he hadn't held his run and he was offside. You know, so it's frustrating to watch. But Watkins as a link-up is working well. It's just they're not scoring enough goals at the moment. You know, Watkins got, I think, 15 or 16 last season or 14 last season or something like that. In a Villa shirt, Ings was pushing 20 in a Southampton shirt. And this season, combined, I don't think they've got 15 yet, which, you know, that one's a tough one. And obviously it was Coutinho in the number 10 role. For me, I think that was not undeserved, but I think Buendia deserved it more. Emi Buendia is a really, really talented player. And I think he'd earned the right to play with the goal and assist against Burnley. But Coutinho at times showed his class. You know, there were times where he'd beaten a man and he'd get a pass off or something like that, and he'd remind you why he's playing. But then Buendia, when he came on, he just showed the graft, he showed the hard work. He's not quite got the natural talent that Phil Coutinho has, but he's certainly got the eye for a pass and the movement and the close control that Coutinho does have. So it's a tough decision from Gerrard, but for me, I think he should have gone for form and played Buendia. But Coutinho didn't really get a grip on the game, nor did Buendia. So, you know, maybe, who knows? Who knows whether starting Buendia would have changed anything. Yeah, let me know what you thought in the comments, really. That's all I've got to say. It was a free hit. Nobody really expected us to win. We didn't get battered, so that's a positive. The performance was good. Mistakes have cost us, but that's not the first time that's happened. And yeah, so anyway, yeah. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.